Well, hey, Sagittarius. Welcome to the Midnight Messages. I should rename this to some sort of night theme because I do it like at a different time every night. But this is about what's hidden, Sag. If this is your first time here, welcome. This is a Sagittarius channel. I feel like I have to explain a little bit about how I do readings. And I do, deal out the spread ahead of time because I like to sit with the energies because I actually feel like they talk to me and sometimes they can change. And there's also this kind of a thing about time. Like, I know when I watch readings, I actually don't enjoy watching the shuffling. The shuffling gets on my nerves. And so I want to get right to the story, right to the message, because it isn't just about the cards. I mean, the cards are a tool. It's about the message. It's about, the reader and intuition. And so, I just felt like maybe I should explain why I do it that way. Yes, that's why. That's why. Like it or lump it. Did you ever hear that saying? It was one of my favorite sayings, one of the funny sayings my first husband taught me. Like it or lump it, take it down the road and dump it. You feel free to use that, Sag. Feel free. And if you don't have a sense of humor, you just won't fit in here because we are those Sagittarians. We are. So, Sag, this is what's in the shadows. If you're looking for personal readings, please check out the description box. It will take you there, Sagittarius. So, we are using the Illuminated Tarot, which is a deck I don't use that often because I use whatever is easiest to shuffle, and I have a small desk, so I usually will use the mini decks. I'm manifesting a larger desk, just FYI, yes. And I also just started a Reels page for Facebook, so I'm going to link that in the description if you want to check it out, because I'm doing all signs and everyday messages there. Just trying to be everywhere all at once, Sag. That's all right. So much for work-life balance. So let's get to it, because what's in your shadow, Sag, I don't know. This is really interesting for me, okay? Because in your shadow is protection. So I didn't feel so much like it was protecting yourself, but maybe it is. But protection is in your shadow, okay? And like feeling the need to protect yourself. But I'm not even sure that you're really sure about what you're protecting. That's the interesting energy for me. Because we have the moon, which means you feel like you need to protect yourself and your journey, really in terms of what you're doing right now and what you value and what you're committed to. I feel like you need to protect that. But I also feel like you're not even sure why, because the moon is here, and that's what's hidden. So it could be, something inside you that you feel like you need to protect. I often feel like this plays out for Sagittarius because we move differently. And I feel like, and this is like the present is here too, see? The present's here. So this is what's going on right now, okay? And with the Hierophant, it's like you feel like you need to protect maybe your ideas, maybe where you're planning to go, maybe even what you value. There's a sense of feeling like you need to protect what you value. That's interesting, Sag. I don't know what it all means, Sag. It's kind of cryptic to me. And so there isn't like a particular story here. So I really feel as if you're going to have to use what's going on for you in terms of what this is. Because it wasn't like a clear picture of exactly what it is. But, there never really is with collective tarot readings. Am I right? But I do feel like this is about your path in some way. Now the path, Maestro, Door to Dreams is here. And Defiance. And that really, I have to say, Sag, that really kind of plays to me in terms of this protection energy. Because I feel like you are very much in charge and determined about your path, about where you're going, about what your dreams are. And really about, you know, there is also an energy of figuring that all out. But you're defiant about it. So it could be that other people don't agree with you. It could be that, you know. Take it as it resonates for you, Sagittarius. So the Seeker is here, interestingly enough, with the Death card, and the Fool. So definitely something is changing. I mean, it could be your whole path that is changing, because the Fool is about taking a risk. The Fool is about jumping into something new without knowing where you're going to land. Okay? Because the Fool is the beginning of a journey. It could be that you ended one journey and you're starting another. And pretty much what I'm seeing is that this is about something that you are going after for sure, that you've been very patient with. I have to say it could also be telling you to be patient, because whatever this is really not going to work out until the spring. Yeah, sorry. And this would be something that you started in the summer. And it kind of feels like you've been thinking about it a lot. And with Exile here, you may have given up on it. You may have filed it away. And, you know, it's kind of telling you, like, maybe you think you have to change direction here, Sag. You know, but it's not over. Like, whatever this is for you, it's not over. You know, I think you think it is, right? You know, and with patience, you know, this is the Queen of Pentacles with the Six of Pentacles. You know, it could be that you've been real patient for someone to step up to the plate. But what I'm really feeling here is that it's just a patience for things, for your future to work out. You know, maybe you're being called to be patient about that. In particular, this thing that you kind of put on the back burner. But you kind of can't take your mind off it, right? It is going to come together. You know, and something is definitely coming together for the future that is, and this is something that you've been loyal to for sure, because the Queen of Pentacles is loyal. The Queen of Pentacles, and it holds a lot of value to you, Sag. Holds a lot of value to you. It's worth a lot to you. Okay? And so I kind of feel like, in a way, that's why you won't give up on it. You won't give up on it, and yet you think you have to, but at the same time, you're protecting it. It may be that thing that you don't even realize that you're protecting. You know, it's so I know this feels kind of all over the place, Sag, but it's really not, because in the spring, whatever challenge there was here is going to be overcome, and there is growth and new growth. You know, and with the Empress being here, new growth, a fresh start, because that's like fertile. Like, it's also a new idea. So you may be finding a new way to work out whatever the problem was for why this didn't work out. Now, I don't actually feel as if this is relationships, but it could be for you. It could be for you. I feel as if this is your path. And I feel like this is about something that you've really dreamed about, that you're trying to be patient about, that the universe is calling for you to be patient about, because it is going to have like this kind of phoenix energy, right? But something, it feels like it needs to end the whole way. See, this is, Because with Death card, there's definitely something that needs to change about it. Something needs to transform. And that may be happening. Something may be happening during the full moon that alludes to that. And I feel like you're not even... I feel like that's what you're protecting, but you don't even realize it because you've kind of put this on the back burner in your mind. Yes, Sag. I said what I said. And when I asked what this reading was about, the Page of Pentacles and the High Priestess came out. You know, because this was definitely something you started. Okay, this is definitely something you started. You are going to be receiving new information. Now, that information may come from your intuition. And it's really funny because I feel like you really knew to your core this was a good idea. But somewhere along the line, something happened. I don't really know what, but something happened to make that, you know, not be. It could have been that it was too challenging, you know, and particularly if this was like career oriented or dream oriented, maybe maybe the money wasn't there. Because with the Six of Pentacles, it's surely showing up. Okay? It is surely showing up, and it is asking for you to believe and be loyal to whatever this is, that it will come together in the future. Most likely spring. But there definitely was something to figure out here in terms of a challenge. Yeah. And I feel like part of this is finding a new way to do it. Whatever this is, you know, the reason what's transforming is because whatever way you were doing it wasn't working. So, you know, even though you've pretty much given up on it, you will be finding a new way, Sag. You will be finding a new way. And the Eight of Swords with the Sun is here. You'll be finding a new way to do this, to bring this back to life. And I will tell you, there's a lot of Leo energy here. Okay, so this could have started during Leo season because, you know, the spring isn't Leo. It isn't, y'all. I think we just went past Leo season because I have a Leo child and he's in August. Yeah. So. Five of Wands with the Page of Wands reversed. The Eight of Wands. And the Wheel of Fortune. It could be because maybe you were approaching this with another person, a partner specifically. And you just couldn't agree. You know, and maybe they, you know, with the Page of Wands being reversed, that usually alludes to someone impulsive, someone who doesn't make good decisions. And I think we've kind of seen this energy before. Maybe even last night, if you were watching it, it was all about an opportunity coming up, right? With someone you don't trust. And it could be this person. That could be part of why you walked away from it. You know, you definitely walked away from this partnership, from working with this person, because they were kind of immature, Sag. They were immature. You couldn't agree on things. And I feel like it kind of felt how you felt about things. Like it kind of soured the whole thing for you. But something about that is changing. Okay. The Wheel of Fortune, Jupiter, with the Lovers. The Lovers isn't referring to love here, I don't think. I think it's just about, you know, this person changes and they're able to make decisions better, smarter, from a head and heart space. Yeah, definitely. With the King of Wands again. Like, we just saw this, I think, recently. I feel like they are the ones actually bringing you this new way of doing things that actually pushes things forward quickly. And so, you know, this has a big turnaround, Sag. It definitely does. Two of Wands. Wow. The Chariot. The World. And the Six of Cups. You know, and what happens is, like, ever since you gave this up, you started on a new path. And now it's like, now there's a new path. You know, this is like, definitely this is pivot energy to me. You know, with the Two of Wands, we have to pick one way or the other. You can keep going and keep doing, like, what you're doing, you know, and keep this on the back burner, or you could try this out. You could give this a chance, because it looks like it has, you know, it has a very good possibility of working out. You know, the Six of Cups is a turnaround as well. And so is the World. Like, the Six of Cups is a lot more than someone from the past. I feel like this is something from the past all of a sudden figuring out how it can work and how it can be successful. It's really interesting, Sagittarius. And I suggest that if you haven't watched last night's video, you should. Because in last night's video, there was an idea being proposed to you by someone you don't really trust. But it's a really solid idea, and it might have to do with this, Sag. It might have to do with this, which is so... That's what I love about these readings, and doing these readings every day. A lot of the times it will feel like the continuation of an ongoing saga for Sagittarius. But, of course, you have to take this per what this means to you, Sag. Definitely. You definitely do. So, let's see if we can get some advice for you. Advice for Sagittarius. Let's see if, like, you know, because these are dark cards. Let's see if there's any bits of wisdom in the House of Night cards for Sagittarius. Any bits of wisdom for Sagittarius. Sagittarius, thank you for your support. What do you want to tell? Final words for Sagittarius. Lust reversed. That's interesting. Any words of wisdom for Sagittarius? Differences. Any words of wisdom for Sagittarius? One more card. Choices. I actually feel, I don't even know how lust is playing into this, Sag. You know, maybe you've kind of lost your desire to particularly work with this person, but it comes from this place where you're very different, right? And sometimes that can be hard, you know, but it's also really good because you get to see points of view that you don't have, right? And so, you know, it's kind of telling you to not let differences between you and this person make your decisions for you. Because differences actually add value. Okay? Reminders here. Belonging. Yeah, like and hope. Like, I feel like you're being led to remember the sense of belonging that you had, and how this idea, you know, it's kind of like you felt like this was what you were supposed to do, you know, and it's something you shared with this person you were partnering with. You felt that with this person, even though you were way different, and they're telling you to, you know, remember that. And remember and let it bring hope to you that it could work out. Okay. All right, Sagittarius. So, I mean, it's possible that's a relationship for you, or it is kind of a path. It feels like a dream, honestly. It feels like an opportunity, a passion project, a dream. So, I love this for you, Sag. Toodles.